Dino Vidal, and welcome to tonight's Dino Vidal Show on Sirius XM Channel 127. It is January 29th, Friday. I'm here, of course, to be your MBFF. Let's talk about accountability. And I don't just mean for the impeachment, and you can forget accountability for Marjorie Taylor Greene, the Republican who now people are calling for to be expelled. They're never going to expel her. She's not an aberration. She's a culmination of where the GOP has been going for years, my friends. She's a bigot who loves conspiracy theories, who incites violence. That's the GOP. There's no doubt about it. They welcome the Proud Boys. They welcome the militias. Donald Trump has used violence. She's anti-Muslim. He's anti-Muslim. She's anti-black. He's anti-black. They're all the same. So that's never going to happen. Here's the accountability that I want to discuss, which I think is getting lost now, because it only focuses about the impeachment trial, as if the idea of Donald Trump being barred from the Senate from ever being able to run again will actually hold him accountable. No, there are two things. It's accountability for the crimes regarding insurrection, which I think some of the trial we're going to have starting February 9th will give us more evidence. But there's something else being forgotten about. It's completely lost. It's not talked about at all. And it's very unfortunate because the only way we're going to have accountability is by discussing the crimes that Trump committed in one other area. And that's his lies about COVID-19 to the American people. And there's been new words this week from both Dr. Fauci and Dr. Burke. From a legal point of view, and I said as a lawyer, it adds evidence to the case that Donald Trump committed crimes regarding COVID and his intentional lies. And I'm talking manslaughter and possibly even murder in the second degree. Now, we all know before this, Donald Trump intentionally lied about COVID. There's no disputing it. We know that because in September, we all remember Bob Woodward, the author, releasing those tapes. And in those tapes are audio conversations with Donald Trump back in early February. And in that conversation, Donald Trump told Bob Woodward point blank that COVID is more lethal, 5 times more lethal than the most strenuous flu. That was his words, the most strenuous flu. But it's not a situation where Trump wasn't getting his briefings. He was watching Fox News all day or whatever. He told Bob Woodward in early February that COVID was 5 times more lethal than the most strenuous flu. And then a few weeks later, before even one American had died from COVID, Donald Trump got up in the White House, looked in the camera, and lied. He told America, treat this just like the flu. And he repeated that lie over and over and over again, and numerous other lies, all to undermine the risk, to keep important information away from you and your family about COVID. One of the biggest lies after that was on July 4th, national address the nation. And he said, it's a lie, that 99% of the cases of COVID are totally harmless. That's a lie. He knew it was a lie. There's no disputing that. So Donald Trump's lies over and over and over misled Americans. They were looking to him, especially early on, to provide information about a virus that was ravaging Europe and Asia at that time. And he lied. And now we know more. Earlier this week, Dr. Fauci was on CNN and was asked, was Donald Trump's lack of candor, aka lying, do you think it led people to their deaths? And Dr. Fauci said, quote, it very likely did. It very likely did. That's called causation. From a legal point of view, you'd want Dr. Fauci as an expert witness in the criminal trial. You have Donald Trump's lies. You show that Donald Trump knew he lied from playing the Bob Woodward tape, and that this lie killed people based on the expert testimony of an infectious disease expert who's been world-renowned for decades. So, to me, this is manslaughter or murder. And Glenn Kirshner, the former federal prosecutor, is going to be on my show later today, and we'll get into this in more detail. When you go through the elements of manslaughter or murder, too, to be blunt, you've got the makings of a case against Donald Trump for either, if not both of those. This really is the very definition of depraved indifference by Donald Trump, or depraved heart, what it's known under for murder, too, when it's unintentionally killing, but knowing that your actions could lead to someone dying and you simply don't care. That's what Trump did by his lies over and over. And the worst part, we know why he lied. He thought it would help him politically. Now, Dr. Burke, she added more here. She added a few things. She added once that she was, in her interview earlier this week on Face the Nation, that she was definitely muzzled by the Trump administration from going on national TV to correct his lies and misinformation. She also said, when asked, do you think the administration was suppressing vital information to win the election? She responded, quote, I don't know what their motivation was. So clearly she's confirming that the administration was suppressing vital information. The why, she didn't want to speculate. We know it's because everything with Trump is about himself. She also widened the scope of potential criminal liability. And what I mean by that is other co-conspirators in the White House should be investigated and I believe potentially charged. What I mean is Dr. Burke stated on Face the Nation that, quote, someone out there or someone inside the White House was creating a parallel set of data and graphics that were shown to the president. And the result was the president was presenting graphs that, quote, I never made. And this was clearly based on misinformation. Who was sending this misinformation and why? Was someone sending him stuff about hydrochloroquine so that he would talk about it and they profited? We're not sure. I don't know the answer. I'm not speculating and saying someone did, but these are reasonable questions. Why did someone lie to Donald Trump about the data? Or was it Donald Trump asking for them to just make up stuff and send it to me so I have a cover story? All of this has to be investigated. And, you know, Glenn Kirshner, if you've ever seen him on MSNBC or my show or other shows, talks about forming a crime commission to investigate Donald Trump. I hope that can happen. But if not, I hope at least that Joe Biden's DOJ investigates independently, not politically motivated, the potential crimes. It can either be the special counsel appointed or U.S. attorneys around the nation or the AGs investigate this. Look, over 400,000 of our fellow Americans died from COVID, including 5 people that I knew, including a childhood friend who left behind now 2 teenage sons who don't have a father. And all of them deserve answers. They need to know, did Donald Trump lie intentionally because it helped his political career? And how do we hold him accountable for that? And I believe the answer is very much yes. I believe Donald Trump needs to be charged with manslaughter, if not murder in the second degree, and fully prosecuted. And that's the only way we can make sure in the future no president, doesn't matter what party, ever does the same thing again to our nation. That's the key to this. It's about accountability to deter future horrific bad conduct by a president. The only way to do it is hold Donald Trump accountable. So we'll talk about that more on my show tonight. In fact, Glenn Kirshner, as I mentioned, is going to join us live on the show in the second hour. And we'll talk about this and a lot more about other crimes Donald Trump should be charged with. Also, what's going on with the investigation into the insurrection. A lot of Congresswoman Susan Wild is going to join us. And also, it's the third hour. It's What Just Happened. Have a lot of fun. 3 great comedians looking back on the week. We're going to laugh a little bit, finally, because Trump is gone. Join me. My show's live 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time on channel 127 on Sirius XM. Again, if you don't subscribe to Sirius XM, go to the website, free trials. Join it. Listen to the show. Call in. Be a part of our family. We got a lot of work to do, my friends. If you want progress, stay active. Thanks for